Hey everyone, I was going to shoot this video for my virtual assistant for training purposes so that they could list my, they could put my listings on my website. But what I decided to do was just record my process of doing this, and that way I could share it with everybody there. So my website is a carrot.com website, and I'm just going to show you quickly how I do my listings. And again, this is for my virtual assistant, so you could use it as reference for later. So what you want to do is first you want to go into the back end. You want to go in the back end of the website, and then on the back of the website you're going to look on your left hand side. It's going to say content. You want to scroll down to where it says properties, and when you click on properties you'll know you'll be there because at the top left here it's going to say properties. So what you want to do is this is all the back end listings that I have, and then this is the front end. This is where you see my inventory. So when you click on a listing, it's called the front end, and then when you're on the back side of the website where you're doing all the data and importing the pictures and all the content, that's the back end. So you want to go to the right hand side and it says add new. So once you click on add new, you're going to want to type in a title. So let me show you a breakdown of all this right here. So you're going to have add new property, and it's going to say add title. So this is where you add title. A lot of times what I do, you don't have to do it this way, but this is the way I like to do it, is that you would put the address down, and then you would put a dash, and then you would just describe the property. It's like a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, asking price is this, tenant occupied, 2 bedrooms, something like that. But I always put the address first, and then what you're going to do is if you scroll down the page, you're going to see it broken down into different sections. So I'm going to collapse these sections, but you get to see them. So you're going to see 4 different sections, no, 5 different sections, and if you see the crossbars here, you can like move them around. But I like the way that this is set up. So you have the property details, you have the property photos, the property description, the SEO, and the additional settings. And then on the right hand side you will see 3 different sections as well. So you have the published section, the property status section, and then the featured image. So what we're going to do is let's type in the address of the property that we want to post. So this one is 2450 Mendota, Detroit, Michigan 48221. And then what you could do is, like, I do a dash, and this is like a 3-bedroom. I'll just say Detroit, like rental opportunity needs TLC. I'll say 3-bedroom, 1 bath, asking $25K. So that's the title. Okay, so now what's going to happen is this permalink is going to show up, and it's going to show the link of where it's going to show up. So it's going to see quickpropertysolutions.co/property, and then I like to just have the address. So you see it says 2045 Mendota, Detroit, and then anything past that, I should say like rental opportunity, I will just delete it just to make it a shorter URL. So there you go, there's the URL. URL is right there. So if you ever need to share it, you can copy and paste and share with people. So let's go to property details. And so what we're going to do is here on the right hand side there's this arrow, and then you could actually expand it. And then you could pick your property type, and this is where you put your terms, and you start to put in all of your data. So all of your data, you could grab it from Zillow. So if we just Google 2450 Mendota, Detroit, Michigan. And then when you Google it, 2 things that I do is I open up a Zillow page and I open up the Google Street Maps page. So let's go back to the property details, and then we're going to go to single family home. I choose that. This is an assignment, but I don't say it's an assignment, I just say it's for sale. The only reason I do that is because sometimes people get confused on what an assignment contract is, so I just say for sale. We put the price in here, no $sign. This is not an MLS property, so it's not listed. We'll put the address. We'll put the city, state, zip code. Now the year built, construction type, I would go to Zillow and find that out. So if you're in Zillow, just click home details, and then there you go. You can scroll down. It's 705 square feet, but you can see that it's right here. Single family built in 1950, 4,356 square lot, so we could use some of that information here. So year built, what was that again? It was 1950. Construction type, I already know it's not a brick, it's a frame construction. Square feet is 705. Bedrooms is 3 bedrooms. Bathrooms is 1. Lot size was 4,350. Oh, close. 4,356. And then the basement, you could put full, you could put half basement, finished basement. I would just put unfinished. And then additional features, you could put anything you want in here. It's like a pool in the back, central AC, you could type that in there. And then what you're going to do is this section up here that says publish, we're going to expand it by clicking on this arrow. And then we don't want to publish it. You see this big yellow button. Publish it makes it go live. We want to just save it as a draft. And I save it as a draft because you might lose your internet connection, your computer might die. I use Firefox browser, it might freeze up, and then if you don't save your work, you're gonna have to start all over again in it. I hate when that happens. So when you click Save Draft, you could actually preview the draft. And right here it says Post Draft Preview. So if you click on Preview Post, it'll open up a new tab, and you can see your work thus far, is like what you put in. So we didn't put any pictures yet, it's really just data. So it looks like this. Here's the title, the property, asking price, address, all that kind of stuff. It's all there. It's looking pretty good. But now what we got to do is fill in some more information. So let's go back to the tab. So we're pretty much done with the property details. I keep it open, but if you want, you could again click this arrow here to collapse it. So it's collapsed now. So now we go to the property photos. So you want to add photos to your Carrot.com library. So when you click on Add Media, and one thing that I do is I take pictures with my iPhone, and I'll take about 60 pictures. Instead of uploading all 60 pictures, because the way your website is built, it has server space on it. So I'm not going to put 60 pictures on my server. I really only put about 15 pictures, and it kind of gives them the rough idea. And then later in the description, I'll show you, we'll put the Dropbox link. So what we're going to do is I downloaded the pictures already. And if you see the pictures, a lot of the times with certain pictures, if you take them with the iPhone, each picture, the size of each picture is about 2 megabytes to 3 megabytes. So the issue with that is you don't want to have high-res photos. They're called high-resolution photos. So you don't want high-res photos on your website. You want to have low-res photos, because what happens if it's high-res and they have a slow interconnection, it's going to take a while for your page to load. So the end user's experience while on your website isn't good. Matter of fact, Google might actually, they actually run tests to see the amount, the file size on your website, and if it's high, it kind of dings you, and it doesn't give you good score for Google. But if you look here, the sizes are really good. They're actually not bad. It's 66 kilobytes, not bad. If you look at some other, so this was I didn't take these pictures. Somebody else took them. So I took these pictures here. Hey, look. So if you notice these pictures, see the size? It's 8 megabytes, 6 megabytes, 7 megabytes. They're really large. So what I would suggest for you is you could Google this, but you could say Resize Photos. There's a website that I really like. It's called iloveimage.com. So iloveimg.com, and you can resize images, and it's completely free. So what you do is you click here, Resize Image, and the only thing is that you can't, if you want to resize all 60, there's a cap. So the cap is 15. So what you could do is you could just drop your images right here and resize your pictures. And what you're going to do is you could either resize it, shrink the size by half, or maybe do 600 pixels across. And what that will do is it will significantly lower your size of your pictures, the file size. That way it'll be easier to upload, and it'll be easier for the end user when they're seeing your file size. And it also keeps your server space low too. So since these, and it's really easy to use this website. What you do is you put it here, you put 600 pixels or 800 pixels in width, or they have another option where you could shrink it by half, and it says Resize Image. You just click it, and then it'll allow you to download your resized images. And then you open those up, and then you come back here to Media Library, and what I do is I just go here, and then I just choose thumbnails. So the way I like to do it is I like to have your main shot of the front of the house as like the main kind of like the wow factor, not the wow factor, but just like you can see the front of the house. And then after that, I show about like 2 or 3 pictures of the exterior, like the back of the picture, the side of the picture. Sometimes if the roof needs to be repaired, I'll show a zoom into the picture. So that's like 4 or 5 pictures. And then the 10 pictures are the living room, the bedrooms, the kitchens, the basement, the bathroom, showing a picture of the mechanicals. You could squeeze all that in 15 pictures. They really just want to see, to me, they only want to just see like a teaser of what the pictures will look like. However, we will be putting a full Dropbox link in the description, and I'll show you how to do that too. Okay, so here are your pictures here. So what we're going to do is I see a picture here that looks really good. So this is the front shot. This would be good for like the main piece. So you're just going to click it, and you're going to drag it until it highlights orange, and then let go. And then you see over here on the right hand side it loads up. That's one way you could do it. Another way you could do it is, let's wait for this thing to upload. Select files button. So you could just drag and drop it. Same here. So let me pick some of these pictures. These are the shots of the street. Actually, nice looking street. A lot of cleanup. Here's a shot of the bathroom. These are repeated shots. This is why sometimes I like to take my own pictures, but I am booked out today. I don't have the time to take my own pictures, so I will rely on theirs, and these are fine, easily fine. I personally would have liked more shots of like the bathroom and the kitchen, just to see the overall condition. But again, these will be fine for this example. So what's going to happen is these are all loading up. So once these are all loaded up, I could choose. Well, you see how there's a check mark here? You could choose which ones. If you don't want this one in the picture, just check that, and you see there's no check mark there. So if you want it in there, check it again. So anything with a check mark on it is going to be going into the listing. Okay, this is now complete. All the pictures that I want are uploaded. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11's fine. What you're going to do is go down to the select button, and you're going to import all the pictures, and boom, there they go. The way I like to have it set up, it's like I like to have the exterior pictures first. Again, this is the way I like it. You don't have to do it this way. I like to show like the basement, and actually here's the garage. Let's show the garage. Any exterior, and then the inside I'll show. Do this one first. This one, show the kitchens here. So it gives a rough idea. And then that's it. What we're going to do again is we're going to click the Save Draft button. And another thing too is the picture that's in the top left hand corner is going to be the picture showing up in order. So the way it goes is for pictures is this shows up second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, right? So now that those are all done, we're going to collapse it, and then we're going to go to property description. So from here, you could put the property description, and I actually have mine typed out already. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste it in here, and then I'll just describe to you how I have mine listed. Okay, we're back. So property description. Let's do a basic breakdown. So add media is that if you want to add any pictures, if you want to add any screenshots of anything, you could drop them in here. I'll do an example of that right now. So let's put add media in here, and I did take a screenshot of the rent. So I use Rentmeter, R-E-N-T-O meter, meter.com to check my rents. And then I'll just take a screenshot of it. So this is a screenshot. I'll just drop it in here. Wait for the orange to pop up. Wait for it to slowly upload. Okay, so now that the screenshot is uploaded, we're going to go to the bottom right here, and it says Insert into Post. So I'm going to click on that, and there it's Insert into Post. So we also have an add form, so you could add forms to this post. You could embed a video from YouTube. So if you shoot your walkthrough and then you post it on YouTube, you could add links here. And then here, it's just like Word document. You have a paragraph, so you could choose different headings. You could put something in bold, italicized. If you just run your mouse over it, it'll tell you exactly what these are. You can align it left and right. You could add a link, add hyperlinks. You could do strike-through, all this kind of fancy stuff. So what I like to do, and again, you could do it any way you want. This is how I do it. So I always put the title, I paste it here, and then what I do is to make it kind of stand out, I'll do like a heading 2 or 3. For this one, I'll do heading 2. Right? So it makes it a little bit more bold. And then I have a little description. So I have a wholesale deal on the west side, 48221, and I kind of just like talk a little bit about it. This is where I say, like, you know, if there's a tenant in there, they're month to month, if the roof needs to be repaired, if it's got brand new windows, little things like that. It's on a nice street. I add all that kind of stuff in here. And then here's a screenshot, and then what we could do is we could align it to the right. There you go. So now it's to the right. If you hover over it, you could align center, align left. You could, if you edit here, you could hyperlink it to someplace else, and I'll show you how to do that. I always put the address in the description, but then I hyperlink it to Google Maps. So what I'll do is you see how we Googled it here. I'll click on the map. And then when you go to the maps, it'll show that you have a street view. It'll show where it's located in the city or whatever state you're in. And then there's going to be a share button. And then what you could do is you could click on that share button, you'll get a hyperlink. So if you see right here, there's a share button right there. So we're going to click on the share button, and then you're going to get a shortened URL. And then you just click on copy. And then you go back to the property description, and then you highlight the address. And then up here in the format, it says insert or edit link. So you can click on that. And then it'll say type or paste in the URL that you want. So we'll paste that. But what I like to do is when they click on it, I want it to open a new tab so they always are staying on my page. So if you click on the little settings wheel, it'll say right here, open link in new tab, and then you click on that, and then you update. Same thing with the Dropbox. Here's the link to the Dropbox. What I'll do is, let's do this. Let's paste. Let's hyperlink it. Right there. So I hyperlinked it to Dropbox. Click on the setting. Click on open a new tab, and there you go. And then for these, I just do bullet points afterwards. And then to do the bullet points, you just click on here on this bullet point button, and there you go. And then what I'll do is property status. You could mark it active, pending, or sold if you ever do sell it. Click that. Featured image, set featured image. So for the featured image, I'll use the front of the website, which is this one right here. And then what I'll do is I'll click save draft, and then when it saves a draft, it will a little link will pop up, and then from there I could view my work, and I could click on all the links just to make sure that all the links work and they're going to the right place. One thing else too is if you are in Dropbox, let me show you in Dropbox. So let's say you wanted this file. If you ever hover over it, you could click on the share button, and whenever you click on the share button, it'll say right here copy link. So you just click on copy link, and boom, right there. There's the link right there to the folder. That's how you share in Dropbox. I like using Dropbox over G Drive, mostly because with G Drive, if you have an email that's not a Gmail account, it's kind of a pain in the butt to share those pictures. So Dropbox is pretty open source. So if you see here, Mendota, Detroit, Michigan, 48221, here's the heading. Here is the pictures, and then to scroll through the pictures, there you go. Looks pretty good. Heading here, Mendota, TLC, just where you could double check your work, proofread, things like that. So here is the Google Maps view. If you click on it, it will open up a new map, and it'll open exactly where it is on Google, in Google Street View or Google Maps. Dropbox, it should open up to the Dropbox folder. And the reason why I do double check this is because sometimes I might accidentally, I had a lot of files going on, I might accidentally link the wrong location photos in my Dropbox in the listing, so I kind of double check that. So that looks good. Street View looks good. This looks pretty good. Bullet points are good. All this looks good. So all the information that you put in here, here's the phone number. And you know, they have Google Street View here at the bottom. But sometimes I like to kind of make it really easy. They could even do Street View here, but I like to make it really easy for the end buyer, so everything's at like in like one place. Again, you don't have to do it. If you do have a carrot site, just tell them to scroll down a little further if they want to see the Street View. But that's the full listing. And then what I'll do is if you do have a carrot site, so here is my URL. If you ever want to see your inventory, what I found out, and I'm pretty sure this applies for all carrot sites, if you type in /property, you will see your inventory. So here's my inventory, but you don't see the house on there. It's because the cookies don't see it on there. So what you're going to do is you just click refresh. Click it again. Oh, you know what? I didn't post it. That's what I didn't do. Sorry about that. So what you want to do is, now that everything looks good, you want to go down to the button that says publish. So now you're going to publish your listing, and now it will be live. So now it's listed live. So what you want to do is you could go here, and then you could click the refresh link. There it is. Finally, it just takes a while, I guess, for all the data to segregate. So, and there you go. And then what you can do is you can click on it, and then you could double check your work again. But what I like to do is, when anybody wants to see a listing, I literally just go up here, copy it, and then I just paste it to I just text it to them, or I'll just email them the link. Or I can just tell them, go to the website and check out all of my inventory. That kind of makes it really easy on the buyer, because a lot of the times it shows all your inventory instead of just your one contract. And that is it. That's how I, oh, here's another thing, one more thing. So if you do have a pending, and then remember in the back end here, property status, if you mark it pending or sold, this is what it looks like when it's pending, so they'll know. So you can keep your website updated like that. So I hope you liked this video. I hope this was helpful to you wholesalers out there, and posting your listings. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm actually thinking of creating a course on how to do it, like a really quick course on people that have with carrot sites and they don't know how to really use it to its full potential. I use my carrot site like almost every day. It's like one of the best tools out there. If you don't have a carrot site, I'm going to put like my affiliate link at the bottom. I hope that this video created some value for you and you could use it in your future wholesaling endeavors. And thank you very much for watching.